Squad green to deploy.
Contacts and the local resistance have shown us how to access the Advent Black Site. The aliens worked hard to keep this place under the radar, and we don't know what we're gonna find in there. Keep your heads up. Expect heavy opposition. Confirm the Black Site is in your immediate vicinity. Infiltrate and investigate the area. Expect heavy resistance. Neutralize all hostile contacts.
Estamos en ocultación. Allá voy.
Alles klar. As you direct.
Till 4.
Got it. Moving.
A confident approach.
Stepping off.
Bien. As you command. No trespassers. Allá voy.
Bestätigt.
I'll keep it
Überwachung
under
läuft.
Overwatch.
En marcha. Aquí tenemos un pelotón enemigo.
Los geht's. I'll go quickly.
I'm on the move.
Moving to designated position.
I go. I await the
Recibido. Estoy vigilando.
Got it covered.
Impressed yet? They found us!
You are judged. I have failed. Throwing explosive.
Bin unterwegs. Feind erledigt.
Me muevo a la posición.
I strike for my people!
De guardia.
A new world awaits me. But you will never see it.
We just picked up the Chosen Assassin's energy signature. She's moving on the squad's position, Commander. Posición comprometida. Ajustando tiro.
Utilizing hook. They will fight no more.
Supongo que está bien. ¡Toma esa!
Begebe mich zur Zielposition.
into position. Keep going.
Compruébalo antes de acercarte.
They have served with honor, their duty to the Elders fulfilled.
Rücke zur Zielposition vor. A focused strike of power.
If the Elders will it, I will face you alone.
Seems doable.
Let's do this.
Entsetzt der Fall.
The Elders grant me their vision, and with it, I am everywhere.
Me escondo. Voy.
Und los geht's.
On your order.
Our soldiers are suffering out there. We'll need to give them some time to recover when we get back.
Will do.
I am reloading. Launch order confirmed.
En marcha las coordenadas designadas.
Gebe Feuerschutz.
I will sense any disturbance.
I am coming for you. The Elders had expected you would eventually intrude into this facility. Perhaps it is time you learn the truth. Forget what you see this day, and press forward no more. No good can come from this.
We've got the Chosen right where we want them. It's time to strike.
Verstanden. Bewege mich zum Ziel. Granate unterwegs!
You lack nuance.
Let's rock. Grab that body. We can use this. You got access.
Win off the armor!
That will not be enough to stop me. Yeah, one can grow accustomed to pain.
Armor deflection!
I will not stop until the last of your kind are dead. Try as you might, you will never stop the hunt. The gift of psionic power will do nothing to slow your demise, Templar. I have seen far greater power than that. Guardian. The Elder's servants are eager to join the fray. Yes. Lightning strike. The time is now. The end is coming.
Si tú lo dices. Me han pillado.
Patch him up.
For the Templars! Under fire!
So it was stated. It is rare to find an opponent worthy of my skills. Rarer still to find one capable of besting me more than once.
We've proven the Chosen can be hurt. Now we just have to work on putting them down for good.
I go. No ammo.
I'll be looking for this. Did you see that one?
Te haré caso.
Verstanden. Rücke aus. Dann mal los.
Vale, voy.
It hit the plate!
I reload. I stand ready.
¿Qué hay ahí?
Mir entgeht nichts.
I'll lead the way!
Scanning.
Vale, esto va mal. Supongo que está bien. ¿A dónde? Aquí hay tropas de Advent.
Rücke zur Zielkoordinaten vor. Mal treffe ich ihn.
Give him a heal.
Reloaded. On Overwatch.
Yes, Commander. No one escapes!
Eso es.
My strike surges forth.
Got it covered.
Hard target. Minimal damage.
Armor still holding.
They're eager to strike me.
They attempt to fight! I require aid! Please intensify!
A righteous strike. Not too shabby.
I go as ordered. Holding position.
Sí.
Es kann losgehen.
Ready to engage. On Overwatch.
Bestätigt. Überwachung läuft.
Explorando.
I'm on it.
I move.
Voy a ello.
Bin gleich da.
On the move.
Let's rock. Affirmative. Covering now.
Shelter here.
Sí, ¿tú lo dices?
Deflection!
Está muerto. Tiene que estarlo.
Moving to position.
I run.
Feuerschutz. I'll maintain my watch.
Overwatch.
Advent-Einheiten gesichtet.
Le he dado, ¿no? So many victims. Processed with such brutal efficiency.
Looks more like a refinery to me,
Test
Doctor.
subjects for some sort of weapon, perhaps. We'll know for sure.
Bestätigt. Ziel getroffen. Minimaler Schaden.
On your order. Hit the armor.
I can handle that.
Moving there. They live no more!
problem, boss.
Están retrocediendo.
Roger.
On the move.
You heard the doctor. Secure that canister.
Running.
As you order.
¿Qué hay ahí? ¡En guardia!
Bitte Feuerschutz. Maintaining this area.
Affirmative. Covering now.
I am covered.
¡Ah, venga ya!
Bin schon unterwegs. A good decision.
I'm on it. Enemy is still up.
Whatever you say. Oh yeah!
I must reload. Head down.
Te haré caso. Afirmativo, cubriendo.
Na los, zeigt euch. Okay, nicht erwischt. The enemy chases my life.
Se le he dado fijo.
You will pay the price! They try to shake my confidence!
Heading out.
You know that was good.
I will move. Protective position.
Ziehe los! Waffe geladen! They're on the flank!
Get out of my head! Can't think!
Feel the power of the Templars!
On the move. Oh yeah!
I'm all over it.
Moving far.
Vale, voy. Estoy preparado.
Bin auf dem Weg. Scanne Gebiet. Objekt gesichert.
Parece que han pedido refuerzos. That's not water in there. Shen, any readings?
No signs of radioactivity, no significant energy signatures of any kind. Whatever it is, it's safe to handle.
We've confirmed acquisition of the sample. Move to rendezvous at the extraction point.